Welcome to the Question Lane. That's the name of the podcast, where the goal is to solve problems through the process of questions and answers. Today's guest is Professor Emeritus of Urban and Environmental Policy and Planning at Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts. Politics and economics will be the focus of today's discussion, and specifically your article in the Communities and Banking publication on the importance of entrepreneurship in Black and Latino communities in Massachusetts. And if time allows us to get through this interview, I'll also try to get to your other interview where you talked about gentrification in Massachusetts. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much, Alonso. My pleasure.
Is there a specific name you want me to call you by, or will Dr. Jennings?
James is fine. Dr. Jennings, whatever is more comfortable to you.
Perfect. I'll just go with Dr. Jennings.
Okay.
Is there anything you want us to know about you before we get started?
Well, in terms of the gentrification piece, I have just helped the city of Boston, and it's not completely over yet, but I've assisted the city of Boston, in particular the Boston Housing Authority and the city's Department of Neighborhood Development, write its 5-year affirmatively furthering fair housing market plan. And in that report, required by HUD, we have focused a lot on displacement and gentrification and how fair housing could be one tool towards reducing displacement and preventing gentrification in some of Boston's neighborhoods.
Okay. So is it accurate to say that you're a black male?
Yeah, I'm black male, but I also have Latino descent. I'm actually Afro-Rican, African-American, and Puerto Rican.
Okay. So, why did you become a professor in planning, and why did you gain an interest in gentrification and economic development?
Right. Well, I've always I've been in higher education for 40 years now, and even before higher education, I was very much involved in a range of community issues in Bedford-Stuyvesant, New York City, around housing, youth, and I understood early on the connection between not just policy, but also knowledge that drives policy in resolving some of these challenges. And one of the things that I've been concerned about, and still am, is the fact that policy sometimes overlooks the experiences of people on the ground level. Grassroots experiences are sometimes completely overlooked, where in places like the Ivory Tower where knowledge is produced. And so my attraction, let me say, to higher education and teaching really was driven by, in my opinion, the critical importance of connecting knowledge with the actual experiences of people at a grassroots level. And if that is missing, in my opinion, then we open the door to very paternalistic ways of thinking about these problems and how they might be resolved. And we also easily slip into paternalistic and even racist views of people who we see as victims, but in fact are in the front lines of helping resolve some of these social and economic challenges facing our cities.
So if I could just rephrase that, it sounds to me as if you were very interested in explaining some of the circumstances that people went through that don't necessarily always have a seat at the table in terms of making decisions that affect their lives, and you wanted to be able to speak from that perspective. Is that accurate?
Exactly. That's quite accurate.